Hey guys, and welcome to this edition of Scruff's Garage. So today I'm working on my 2020 Jeep Gladiator and I need to replace my auxiliary battery. I've been getting all the warning messages on the dash for some time now, and I'm finally getting around to replacing this battery.
Start recording video.
So start system unavailable, and of course the error message up there. The auxiliary battery is located below your main battery. I'm going to access it through the front passenger side wheel well. We'll have to take this liner down, but that should give us access to the battery box that the auxiliary battery fits into. So if this is the project you're working on, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Okay, to get this inner fender liner out, there are a variety of different clips and fasteners. There are some 10mm bolt fasteners through sort of the center of the wheel well, and then there are also some friction clips. So between a 10mm and a clip pry tool, I'm going to work on getting these out. Down here in the bottom, there are two like Christmas tree type of clips. You can try to pry them out. Most likely you're going to break them. I ended up just cutting them. These are a little different. They are kind of this button head style. I don't see how they're going to be reusable. So like I said, I've got some replacement clips that I'm going to use for this. But with that in mind, I'm not going to take all of them out. I'm just going to pull this liner back now. Like I said, I took out the 10mm and really probably only needed that one for that. And then I'm going to use a bungee cord to kind of hold this back, and then I'll show you that gives us room to the battery. Okay, so like I said, got the fender liner pulled back, and that tray there is the bottom of the auxiliary battery. So we're going to take out two of the battery bolts for the tray, and that will allow us to drop the battery so we can start replacing it. There's a third bolt on the back side of the battery box. Once you get the battery out, the original battery, you'll need to transfer over these little screw-in charging posts. Your replacement battery may not come with those. The heads on these are probably set up for an e-Torx socket. I didn't have one this small, so this is a 4mm socket, and I believe, let me turn it the right way. Yeah, that will do the trick. Before you take the OE battery out of the battery tray, make sure you note the orientation. Looking at it from this perspective with the two bolts on the front side and the one bolt on the back, that the negative is towards the outside, which is how the replacement battery is as well. Just make sure you get it in the same way. That'll help you when you go to line up the battery cables in the Jeep. Everything will reach and you won't have lines crossed. Okay, back over at the vehicle, obviously hook up your battery connections. Then we're going to slide the tray back up in there and put the bolts for the battery tray back in. Okay, so these fasteners are actually a plastic rivet. And then these down here, like I said, were the Christmas tree style clips. So to replace those, I bought one of these little kits that has just a bunch of different types of fasteners in it. Little push clips that are the Christmas tree style. You can do some like that. I've actually replaced it with some that are the center push pin style. If you can kind of see that. These are actually removable and reusable, which I kind of like. So that's what I used to replace those. Then like I said, these are actually plastic rivets, which I didn't realize were a thing. And there is a plastic rivet tool to go with it. I'll show you how this works. There we go, so you can kind of see how that looks. and it matches the OE ones that I didn't take out, so I think overall that looks pretty good. So under the hood on the main battery, under your negative battery terminals, if you may not be able to see it in this picture, under there's a black module. See if you can see it from here. That's what this wiring is connected to. There's a little module under there. That's the intelligent battery sensor. Of course, not intelligent enough to know that I've installed a new auxiliary battery, so we need to do a reset on that. Here's a better look at the intelligent battery sensor. You'll need a 13 millimeter and a 10 millimeter socket to get the ground cables off. Like I said, I'm going to leave this disconnected for 10-15 minutes. That should send it to a default reset, and then we'll go from there. All right, moment of truth. Got the battery hooked back up. Let's take a look and see what it does.
Start recording video.
All right, well, at the moment, that seems to have done it. Okay, there we go. So pretty simple to get to the auxiliary battery by going in through the front passenger tire wheel well. A little bit of work getting the fender out, but not too bad. Like I said, I would recommend going ahead and buy some replacement fender clips, because you're probably going to mess up a few of these in the process of taking this out. I'll leave a link to an Amazon assortment pack that I'm going to buy. As always, thanks for tuning in to this edition of Scruff's Garage. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below, and I'll answer anything that I can. Other than that, I'll see you next time here on Scruff's Garage.